Okay, stop there.
So with the fire, this is what they call a keyhole fire. And the idea is you have all your kind of burning mass at the back, and you can then drag all your coals down. So you see all the coals at the front. So this is what's going to create your embers, your coals, and you bring them all forward. When you're going to put your bread in the pot and it sits on top, what you want ideally is sort of between 10 and 20% of heat from underneath, and sort of 80 to 90% of the heat from above. So actually it's like a convection oven. So that would get flattened out, and as you need more coals, you just bring them forward to keep the heat there. So the good thing with this damper bread is there's no yeast in it. You know, so you don't need to worry about having, to prove it. You don't necessarily have to kind of over knead it either in terms of, stretching the gluten out.
Yeah. Did you use bicarb?
No, because it's just self-raising flour.
No, if you didn't have the self-raising flour.
If it was plain, you put a bit of baking powder or something, a bit of bicarb, whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't put any more water in than that.
Needs a little bit more flour.
Yeah, just sprinkle some flour on top, get it from all the corners in. That's a good thing with not putting the whole bag in at once. You see people do these videos, where they take out a Ziploc bag full of it and then they just tip a cup of water into the bag. And you end up with a big sticky, gluey mess. Yeah, it's come together pretty well now, isn't it? Yeah, it's not sticky at all. That's good.
Yeah.
Excellent, right. Let's get him in the grill. That's it. Watch out for those fingers. Sit in as deep as you can, because you need to get the heat to kind of come all the way through it. That's it. That's it. Nice one. So make sure the lid's pushed on nice and firm.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, so just rest it in those coals. That's it, nice and level. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So what we need to do now is start getting some heat on the outside. So probably get these longer sticks like these ones here.
Yeah.
And actually lay those across the top of the tin.
Okay, cool.
That's it, yeah. That's it.
Any more?
That's it. Probably something similar on that side, maybe. That's it, that'll do. And so probably, check it in sort of 10 minutes time or so, and it'll be done. Well, check it in 10 minutes, and then so probably 10 or 15 minutes in total, it's done.
Okay, cool.
Okay, it's at about 10 minutes now, so give it a check. So just watch those fingers.
Well, definitely needs longer.
Yeah. Right, okay, let's have a look at it.
Okay.
How's it looking?
It's looking good.
Oh, yes, look at that.
Just put that on there. Yes, got that. Oops.
That'll be hot, mate, be careful.
It's hot. Yeah, cool.
So you flip him over to see what the top's like. Bit of tap. Yeah, nice and hollow. Superb. It's the Pathfinder bush pot, does its stuff again. Absolutely amazing piece of kit. Really, really good. Welcome back to Northwest Bushcraft. It's day 2 of the camp. It's a gorgeous morning, probably hear the birds chirping away, the sun's up, beautiful day. So we're just getting the fire going, and then we're going to make some Jonny Cakes, or Jonny Cakes as they're also known. It's a breakfast meal made out of cornmeal. Okay, so join us again in a second. Okay, so here we have, this is Jonny Cakes, or Jonny Cakes. We've been doing quite a bit of research on kind of old-fashioned trail foods, as they'd call it in America, and kind of what people can have for breakfast that fill them up. And I came across this recipe for Jonny Cakes, and we think that potentially Jonny Cakes is a derivation of the word journey cakes, because when you eat these, they're quite filling, because they're cornmeal based, they're quite filling. And the recipe's dead simple. You've got half a cup of self-raising flour and 1.5 cups of cornmeal. So it's kind of 3 to 1 on the cornmeal. A tablespoon of sugar and a pinch of salt. And like most good trail mixes, the best thing to do is mix it all up at home, and I find these sandwich bags to be about the best thing for that. So we'll pour that into this tin. So get that in there, move that sucker over there somewhere. Just give it a bit of a flick around, get some bit of air back into it. And then just put a little drop of oil in, not a huge amount, just a bit of a squirt, that's it. Give it a bit of a stir. And the next thing you need to do is add boiling water. Now it has to be water that's literally just off the boil, because the idea is the water that's boiled actually starts to help cook the cornmeal. Trusty Pathfinder pot, bush pot. And now you need roughly about a cup or so of this, so I'm just going to add it a bit at a time. And what you're looking for is to stir it up until it creates a bit like a very, very thick mashed potato type consistency. So remember, you can't take water away, you can only add it, so just a little bit at a time. What you don't want is a really sort of sloppy, gloopy mix. So it's coming together now. Just a little bit more, I think. That's it. That's it. You see how it's starting to create like a raw dough or a mashed potato type consistency here. That's it, and that's exactly what you want. That's it. As long as it's kind of binding together and sticking, that's perfect almost. It's probably just a tiny, tiny, tiny drop more. I should do it. There. So you can see how that now has created this. This looks like mashed potato. See, well, it needs to be able to hold its shape together like that. So the next part happens in the frying pan. Okay, so that's had just a bit of a chance to cool down now, because obviously you don't want to handle it too soon, otherwise you're going to end up burning your fingers. And we've just cooked a bit of bacon in this pan, so there's still a little bit of grease in there, but we'll just put a tiny drop more. So it doesn't want to be too hot, otherwise it will stick and burn. So with this polenta mix, or sort of cornmeal mix, all you need to do, I have cleaned my hands by the way, is pinch a bit, sort of, I guess tangerine size, roll it round in your hand to kind of firm it up a bit. And you see how it isn't sticking to my hands at all, so you give it that chance to cool down and it won't stick to your hands. So pat it either side until you form this like a flat disc, and then just pop it in the pan. Hear it start to sizzle straight away. Get another one on the go. Pop this one in. Now that mix will do, depending upon what size you want to cook them. But if they're small ones, probably 8 to 10. Medium-sized ones, probably 7 or 8, I guess. That one in. Okay, we'll give those a few minutes and we'll see what, come back and give them a turn over. Right, so these have had just probably 2 or 3 minutes on one side. Give them over. Probably getting a bit too warm in there possibly. Just bring them back off the heat a little bit. So they get this, I don't know if you can hear it. They've got like a kind of a crusty kind of coating on the outside where that cornmeal really crisps up. So all you need is just 2 or 3 minutes on that side and they'll be done. And so they weigh absolutely nothing. Bring them out to your camp. Piece of cake to make, if you'll pardon the pun. Get another one in there whilst we're waiting, shall we? We're not far off at all. Take some of this heat out. There we go. Okay, so that's it. Literally, 2 or 3 minutes either side. And they're cooked. And what we've got here is some bacon we did earlier on. And they would go, to take those off the heat. And they would go perfect with bit of maple syrup, although don't tell my diabetic nurse I'm eating this. There we go. Can you think of a better breakfast to have than that out in the woods? That's it, clean plate, all done. Yeah, why more people don't take maple syrup out to camp with them, I've no idea. Just incidentally, if they've got any followers or people watching in America or Canada and they want to send me some decent maple syrup, that'd be great. But that's it for now, clean plate. We're going to sort camp out, probably head off before too long. So thanks again for watching, really appreciate it. And quick mention, just want to say thank you to our sponsors, Ridgeline Clothing. Ridgeline have been superb helping us out with our community interest company where we help sort of veterans and people with PTSD and people with mental health issues. Absolutely superb. Thanks guys so much for that. Take care. Catch you on the next one.